chefe.
Faz tu aí.
Quatro problema.
Passa aqui do
Não
lado.
problema, não tem problema.
Não problema.
Sim.
You can see it, you cannot hold it. Huh? I hold it, you can see it. Thank you. I was gonna take the camera for a swim, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop it out there. So, but let's just first make this quick piece of camera and then I'll go for a swim. You're joining me now in Angola, more specifically a place called Cabinda, a small exclave of Angola situated just in between the Republic of Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. And while I am trying to enjoy this beautiful evening, and it is very beautiful here, I find myself worried because I have bike issues. As I've said before, I am not mechanically competent, and the only thing I can work out is that it's probably something to do with my carburetor. Wondering if maybe the bad fuel has gone into it or something like that. I did have to use black market gas twice coming down through Congo. And the next mechanic I can find mapped anywhere is 1,000 kilometers away on my route. So I'm talking to some people in Denmark trying to work out what the issue is and whether or not I can ride to Luanda with the bike as it is right now. I don't know. Hopefully I'll find out tomorrow, and I think also tomorrow I'll head into Cabinda proper, the city of Cabinda, and try and see if I can find a mechanic, but there's nothing on the map. So, see you in the morning. That's fuel on the outside of my drain lines. And well, I sort of noticed over the course of a few days that the bike was getting a bit more difficult to start. But I mean, I always got it going. And then at some point I noticed this leak and initially thought it was carburetor related. But then I spent a few hours on the phone with some competent Danish people where we were just trying to troubleshoot, going through everything. And it seems the actual issue is probably within the fuel line. I removed this panel here so I could see the first bit of fuel line. And while it's dry up there, you can see that the line itself has seen better days. So I suspect that was probably bad ever since I left Denmark. And since it looks bad up there, I suspect the leak is in between the two carburetors. Now, I spent most of yesterday trying to find parts, but it's impossible here. I found one mechanic who had a couple of wrecks of old proper motorcycles inside, but I really didn't trust him with this. But I have never really been known for making sensible decisions. Because there is a sensible choice I could make, which is that from here in Cabinda, it is actually possible to take a ferry all the way down to Luanda, where I know I can find a proper mechanic. But I really don't want to do that. Partially because in my passport I have a visa for the DRC. I don't want to let it go to waste. And partially because, well, taking a ferry and skipping a country, that's cheating. So, well, I guess in general, the best memories come from bad decisions. So let's go. Also, I guess I should mention, in Congo, for the first time since Spain, I've had something stolen from me. And this is a weird one. Somebody nicked my horn while I was in Brazzaville. The bike was parked in the street for a while. Got on it, realized the horn didn't work. Looked down, the horn was missing. I can't see how that could fall off by itself, so I guess somebody just took it. So yeah, I'll have to find a new one of those. But let's go to the DRC.
que nunca aparecer.
Right, that was a short, easy ride from Cabinda. I have now just cleared customs, so welcome to the DRC. And, well, the weather is starting to act up a little. It's been dry for a while, but I just heard some thunder. And the next 30 kilometers or so look like this. So I will just try and get a move on and see if I can reach the good road before it starts pouring down. Wish me good luck. I think I'll get going before it starts to rain.
No, you have to run,
But,
okay? A good way.
Thank you so much.
A good way. The way is very good.
Yeah.
Just driving good, okay? I'll see you
Thanks.
time to time. Cheers.
Yeah. And just as the sun has set, I have reached Matadi. The city from where I will be able to cross back into Angola proper. Quite a nice ride. Happy I managed to get it done in one day. I wasn't sure, but yeah, success. Now let's get into town and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning from Matadi, where I am trying to go for a little walk, but a suspicious amount of people who aren't police are asking to see my passport, and well, they're not going to. So I don't feel quite safe, to be honest, and that was also why I really wanted to cross the country in one day, because Matadi is pretty much on the border with Angola proper. I think officially Matadi has about 300,000 inhabitants. It feels like a lot more. The traffic I had coming in here yesterday evening was some of the worst I've had in months, really. But then Matadi is the main port of the Democratic Republic of Congo. It looks kind of weird on a map because it's like quite a long way inland. But of course the ships can go via the Congo River. So it looked quite spectacular actually, coming in here yesterday evening. Just sort of going over the hills, and then suddenly you can see these massive cranes and massive ships. Yep, interesting place, but not a place I want to stay for very long in. I really feel like I need to watch out around here. The German cyclist, Sam, he crossed the DRC in 2 or 3 days, I think. And, well, he said that he was attacked 3 times in 1 day. I haven't been attacked so far. I have also not stopped at a few passport controls or checkpoints. Because, well, I'm not letting anyone touch my documents around here. And now I'm being approached again by the same guy from before, who wanted to see my passport. That one.
Monsieur.
He's not going to, so I will now head back to my hotel and get going to Angola. Considering the part of the world that we're in, I do have an uncomfortable amount of money in my wallet. And I am being followed. So, back to the hotel, back up, move on to Angola. Most people are really nice though. I am now actually hiding in my hotel. I told the guard about the guys following me, and he was just like, get inside quick. And then I could just hear them knocking on the gate persistently. Sketchy country. But then the good news is that I can smoke in here. Now I guess one more thing I should tell you about yesterday is that when I crossed into the DRC from Cabinda, on the DRC side of the border, there was a very friendly police officer named Patrick, I think, who just helped me out, showed me around all the bureaucracy, guided me through, spoke English, never demanded any money. He was just genuinely helpful. But he is also the first time anyone at a border has actively told me not to stop in any villages because, yeah, security situation. And I think evidently bigger cities are sketchy too. Also yesterday, I only really stopped once for a smoke, and I think I'd only been stopped for a few minutes before some military dude turned up, and I don't know if he just didn't like the look of me or if he didn't like that I was sitting on an old tank. Anyway, he seemed quite upset with me, so I just left, but nothing more happened. A couple of guys asked for my passport without wearing uniforms, and obviously those guys are not gonna see my passport, so then I'll just drop a gear and disappear, and I can hear them shouting behind me. But yeah, this is the first time this morning. It's the first time I've actually sort of been followed. And there should be a vape shop in Luanda. So soon I can say goodbye to these ciggies once again. Quite a nice view here. Let's go. Let's get out of the DRC. Well, that was a nice and easy border crossing back into Angola. And well, I'd say actually, all of yesterday and today, the bike is riding better than it was for the past week. So I suspect it might not be doing as badly as I was fearing. And I guess maybe the fuel in Congo is just horrific. Because well, basically since I filled up in Angola, it's been riding a lot better, starting a lot more easily. Anyway, I think for now I will just try and do as many kilometers as I can. No way am I gonna make it all the way to Luanda today, but I would like to at least make it out to the coast and then head into Luanda tomorrow. So time to say goodbye to the beautiful Congo River. And just Try and see how far I can make it today. Also, as a little bonus, check out what I found. My chain is gonna be so happy now. Well, I'm just standing here at the fuel station waiting for it to fuel up, because it is surprisingly difficult to find fuel from proper petrol stations on sort of the outer regions of Angola. And I think what happens is that because Angolan fuel is so much cheaper than anywhere else in the surrounding countries, well, the smugglers just buy all of it and smuggle it into those other countries and sell it there for a profit. So often you can't actually find anything in the petrol stations. On the way here, I don't know how many stations I passed, nobody had anything, and I did end up having to buy 2 liters of bottled fuel, and then I arrived in this town on fumes. But yeah, the guys here told me that as soon as that truck moves away, then we can fill up with some fresh, clean Angolan petrol. So, having waited for an hour and a half, I was now finally able to get some fuel. And now there's less than 1 hour until it goes dark, so let's just try and see how far we can make it.